Welcome to Into the Mind of Music. Today on my show, I have a great guitar player, songwriter, and you can catch him with his band Smokin' Catfish. Please welcome Glen Schneider. Welcome to Into the Mind of Music. How you
Right.
doing, Glenn? Everything
All
going
right.
good?
All right. Everything's cool, man. Hunkered down and, staying out of the way, secluding myself.
There you go. It's
Yeah,
good to see you. It's good to have you on the show.
it's good to see anybody lately.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Right.
All right, man. Let's get going here. How did you get started playing guitar? What was?
Well, I blame that on the Beatles. When I was probably 8 years old, heard my first, Beatles stuff and just said, wow, listen to that. I was named, my first name was Glenn. I was named after Glenn Miller. So my father was a big swing guy. I know all them songs inside and out in my head, but I heard the Beatles and it was on. Here we are.
And that was it. And here we are, a long time later, right?
You know
Yeah,
it.
it was the Beatles for me too. It was the Beatles for
A lot
people
of people, yeah.
in my generation. Anyway, I was a little kid, laying on the floor watching the TV.
Yeah,
You know what I
Ed
mean?
Sullivan Show or some shit.
So that's when you said, "Yeah, man, this is like what I want
Yeah,
to do."
absolutely. And I mean, we didn't have much money. I didn't get my own guitar till I was 15 years old. And so I'm a
Mhm.
late starter, I guess. Had to buy it myself.
And there you go. And what kind of a guitar was it? Do you
Oh
remember?
God, it was a Sears something or other,
Silver
with a
tone? I
half
had.
inch away from the neck, and no, it wasn't a good one, just a
Okay.
toy Sears one. But I actually have a 59, 58 Silvertone in the basement.
Do you the one with the case that has
I
the
don't,
amp
yeah, I
and
don't have the
everything?
case, but it's a big semi hollow body with the F holes in it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
pretty cool. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different one. I had the one, it was like a solid body with the soap bar pickups.
right, right.
And
Wow.
you'd flip up the top of the case of the amplifier. At the top of the guitar case actually was an
Right, right,
amplifier
right.
built
Wow.
in, and
Nice.
I just plugged right into the case.
Nice.
I
Wow.
wish I
That's
would have still had that thing.
probably worth money to have it. I don't care about money with guitars. I like to hear the guitar sound. Uh, I always wanted one of these. Now I finally got it. And this is all I need now.
There you go.
It's been a long road.
Did you did you ever take guitar lessons, or are you self
uh,
taught, or
I'm
you just
self-taught pretty much. I took them for about 3 weeks and said, yeah, Mary had a little lamb, my ass. We were on, my buddy's
I
front
hear
porch,
you.
jamming every second we got, hot tuna and stuff like that.
Right, like you were like 15 when you got your first guitar. When did you
Yeah.
get like when did you start to get better and get a good guitar, like a really
Well,
decent playable guitar? When did you start jamming with people?
probably. Well, we were started playing in bars when I was 18, so I picked it up pretty quick, and I got a cheap Fender Lead 2 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I was working, always worked, and I got when I was, I guess, about 21. My mother's 1970 Ford Torino got rear-ended, and I got a couple grand, so I bought a Gibson ES 335.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I had it for 15 years, and that pretty much seen me through a lot of good jam sessions.
Yeah, that's a nice guitar.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a Gibson guy. Can't help it. I just really dig Gibsons.
Oh, there you go.
But,
There you go. What were your
yeah.
first music influences? What besides the
Well,
Beatles?
other than the Beatles,
After the Beatles, it was just like we grew up in such a great time for music.
oh, no doubt, no
And there
doubt.
was so much stuff on the radio, but what were you digging when you were
Well,
first
on the
starting?
AM radio now, my mom would take us to church on Sunday, and I'd say, "Yeah, I'll sit in the back." But I'd go back to the car. You didn't need the keys. You turn the radio on, and you hear ELO, and James Taylor and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I like all that good '70s stuff. I don't think there's nothing. I don't think they make music like that anymore. Uh,
Yeah, they don't take the time that
yeah,
they used to take to create music
that, yeah,
that they
yeah,
used to.
yeah.
Like a band would go 2 years and be totally working on an album,
Right, right.
right?
Heart and soul.
And now in Nashville, it's like, okay, you got 4 days to churn out 10 songs. Let's go, boys.
Right, right. Yeah. It's not easy. It's hard. I mean, I do some writing. It takes me a good. I get one song out of about every six or seven that is, compatible with the band that I'm in and all that.
Hmm.
So you write a lot of songs just to keep a few.
What
So
type of stuff do you do in your group? Your band is Smoking Catfish, right?
yeah, the Smoking Catfish. We do '70s blues rock and a lot of some Grateful Dead stuff and Allman Brothers and Marshall Tucker and the blues. But we've had a lot of good times, man. We've been together for like 25 years already. We're
Wow.
older now, and when we can get together and play, we do. It's not top priority anymore, but it is priority.
Yeah,
uh,
it's always great to get out and play.
I would like to make an album myself of all marijuana songs.
There you
And
go.
hey, get it ready for when it's like everybody's legalizing it. Hell, they start commercials. I want to make the jingles.
Oh no, hey bro, there's a whole market for that. Believe me,
You
there's a
know.
whole cannabis culture in this country.
Yep.
And yeah, I was watching this comedian doing a podcast talking just like we are right here. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, time to spark this thing up." He's in California. He's
Uh-huh.
in California.
California.
Yeah, and
Right,
he's a comedian, so he's doing his show like I'm doing here,
right.
and
Smoking on.
he's like lighting up. He's
Right,
lighting up.
right. Yeah, that's man. If 20 years ago, forget it. They'd have locked me up and threw the key away if I did that.
Well, in some places it's still like that. It's a shame.
Yeah, but music is still other than anything else my like number one have to have. I'm a guitar addict. Keeps me out of trouble too. I would suggest it for any youngsters. Learn how to play an instrument, man. It'll do you wonders. Really will.
Yep. It's great for the mind and the body and the soul, man.
Yes, it
It
is. Yes,
really
it is.
is.
Uh,
It's good for all of that.
I think it keeps you young. Just and melodic music is just the way to go. And I'm getting up there, but I'm not dead yet. I'm still going to get an album out of original songs sooner or later. you
There
know.
you go. Hey,
It's that.
that's it, man. You got to just go for it, man. And
Right, right. I play.
sometimes you wait and you wait and you wait because you want to do something really, really great,
Yeah,
and
and
you know what I mean. And
time gone
and you
by.
don't want to settle. But you know what? Sometimes you have to just put stuff out
Right, right.
and say, okay, well, that was a learning experience. Now let's put something else out.
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people get stuck with this thing that they think that they have to be the Beatles on their first thing, and then they never do anything.
Oh
You
boy,
know,
right. Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, hey, just put stuff out there and you get better at it, and
Yep.
somewhere down the line, you may hit it, man.
Um,
Music is like the lottery, you know that, bro.
yeah, and you're constantly changing your style, whether you know it or not. I have one song that I recorded in the studio, and it's on an album, New Jersey Unsigned Bands, the Smoking Catfish. They're big right up in the Asbury Park Press, and we got like 90% of the article, and we still play it live and get great response. Great
Yeah,
response, and that's fun, playing your own stuff and getting good response.
yeah, that's the whole thing. I mean, you know, if you're up there playing and everybody's going, yes, and they're giving you the finger, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
scrap that song.
It's like, oh boy, you know, get out the chicken wire, like
Yeah, yeah,
what was that?
yeah.
The Blues Brothers, right?
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
out the
yeah.
chicken wire.
You know,
Hey guys, we know any country songs?
yeah, yeah, moving in, round them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fortunate that I don't think we've never been booed. Like, we always take it serious enough to try to put on a good show whenever we play, or I won't play if I think it's not good.
Yeah.
So, but I love jamming with everybody, jam with you guys and Kevin and company, and it's just a riot, man. You know. But how about I belt one out for you? No.
We always have a good time when we play.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you want to do an original song?
Yeah, I
man?
can do an original for you. All right, here we go. Pain, 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 she's always crying. Shame, 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 she's always lying. She'll be there without a care if you're buying. A little tidbit of a tune.
Yeah.
Too much time, but that's
Should have kept going, man. You're
I got
grooving.
funny, there's songs that I play with the band, but
Yeah.
and I could play by myself, but I love having the guys around, with that full sound. Yeah, I'll play a whole song for you.
Who do you have on?
This is the only one that's on a record. It's New Jersey unsigned bands. It was out in the '90s sometime, and like I said, our song was a pretty good response. Here you go. I just twisted a big fat spleef, telling you it's some real sweet leaf. I smoke it up in the park, but I gotta wait till it gets dark. All the man in blue will come take me away. Spotted me in the street with a J, walking home from my job, doing my thing. Now he wants to take me in. All I want to do is go on home, play some tunes and burn a fat bone. I don't see why that should bother you. I might have a drink of liquor too. I go to work almost every damn day. None of your business what I do with my pay. Too many people got something to say. Well, who the fuck are they anyway? Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Part of my, my rebellious song.
There you go. Yeah. I'm looking at that headstock up there, and I'm seeing that Gibson. Now, what kind of a Gibson guitar is that for everybody that's kind of like tuning in?
Yeah. This is a Gibson Firebird. It's got the through neck all the way through. This is, I believe, a 2011, and it was in mint condition. They have banjo tuners on the top. It's a little bit weird. If you play a Fender Strat, the heavy E string is usually down here. Out here, it's the opposite. So I'm always hitting the wrong strings, trying to tune this thing up.
Trying to tune it.
It's opposite of the headstock, opposite of a Strat.
Oh, right, upside down.
The high string on this guitar.
Okay.
So it's cool. It's really unique. And I'm a Johnny Winter head, so I had to get one.
Yeah. Johnny Winter, of course. Yeah, he played that.
Hey, what about you? Got gigs coming up, man? What's happening?
No, I got nothing. I got nothing booked. There's nothing, I mean, it's crazy. You know,
Yeah, I know
I
it.
don't have anything. I'm not looking forward to anything.
Ah,
I'm just kind of trying to get by. You know what I mean? I'm just
yeah. Wow,
hanging
yeah.
on by a thread, but I'm
Right.
hanging on. So that's
Yeah.
all I can do
Like
right
everybody else, yeah. It's, keep it together. I've just been working on my compound here. I haven't trying to go anywhere, you know. But I bought a little Intech swimming pool of 18 feet, and it's awesome.
Well, you swimming pool? Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them. You blow up the ring and fill it with water. This thing is 18 feet around and like 4 feet high. And it's the best thing I ever bought.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That
cool.
sounds really cool.
Hey, you gotta stop over sometime,
Yeah,
man.
man. Hey, I'm coming over to your house swimming, bro.
Yeah, we're barbecuing and swimming. That's what we do, you know. It's a lot of
Barbecue,
fun, and
swim, and
music.
social distance jam.
Yes, sir. That's
That'd be
right. Six
fun.
feet apart. Good, good. Yeah, you let me know, man. We're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I'm supposed to be getting together with somebody this coming Friday.
Nice.
A bunch of guys doing some jazz stuff, and
Cool.
we're gonna do it outside on a patio, and everybody's gonna be far enough away, and
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
you keep with the social distancing rules, until
Yeah.
this virus thing goes away.
Yep. Yeah. If everybody does the right thing, man, we get through this. But they jumped the gun early. History repeats itself. But that's all I'm gonna say about that, man. As long as I
Yeah,
got
it's
my
a bummer
acoustic
to talk.
guitar.
It's a bummer to talk about it, but
Yeah.
we're still in this thing,
Oh yes.
and
Yeah. Don't be fooled. Right. It's not over yet.
yeah.
Just
I
be
mean, it could go back up again,
right
So
if everybody's not careful. So be careful. Do the right thing. Wear them masks, and
yeah,
that's
a
it.
lot of people died, man,
Yeah.
from that
Yep.
stuff, man.
It's sad
And
stuff.
I'm not getting any younger, man. I'm up there in age, so I'm in
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Me
risk
too.
factor zone. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up, but I'm sure I'll figure it out one of these years.
me too, man. I think all us musicians are the same way,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You
Hey,
know.
you
Have you
have to.
been working? I mean, I know that
Um.
like most musicians, we do other things too for money.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I've been a machine shop guy all my life, but I hurt myself somehow. I don't know. I got some metal in my arms, and I don't know if you've seen me. I hide it pretty good, but I just stopped. I had to stop. I couldn't do it anymore. I didn't even go to collect unemployment or nothing because I just wanted to get it healed and get back to work. And then this virus hit, so I really got screwed. But I get by. I'm a worker. I'm a go getter. So
Yeah, I know.
you never
I
get
know. You're a man. You're not the type of guy that's afraid to do work. I know. You
nah.
work in a machine shop, man. You get metal in your fingers and
It happens.
all
Keep
the
going.
time getting cut and stuff, man. I don't know how you do being a guitar
Yeah,
player and
yeah,
doing that.
yeah. Keep on keeping on. But I've been working on my place here, and it's coming out quite nice in the backyard. It's making it comfortable in case we got to be like this for a couple of months more. Be
Yeah,
comfortable.
that's for sure. Well, what
Well,
type of music do you really enjoy playing?
um, I like blues rock. I guess you could say blues rock and the sick acid rock. I guess you'd call it that. I like Hot Tuna in the early '70s. The '70s Grateful Dead, Hot Tuna, Johnny Winter. I love the James Taylor and the Jim Croce. The Beatles are just they're number one. I mean, in my book. But I also like listening to the old jazz, Louis Armstrong, and like I said, I was named after Glenn Miller. I love all that music, Betty Goodman, Glenn Miller, and whatnot. Uh, I also have been listening to old World War II Nazi propaganda songs, and before that, from the '20s, old blues like Reefer Madness songs up in Harlem. They were writing songs, about the Viper and the Reefer Man and all that. And I'd love to convert one to try to play it, modern day style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Try
would
to
be
figure
fun.
one out. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So I listen to everything. As long as it's got a nice melody to it. I'm a melodic type dude, like melody. I guess the
Yeah.
Beatles did that for me. But I like folk music too. A good long Bob Dylan song that makes crazy sense I love it. The stories that go with the songs. Uh, uh, you know, I can remember a lot of words, and it's all because it's that good story. I love hearing a good story from someone with an acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
or hear someone ripping it out on electric.
Yeah, that's like the James Taylor stuff and
Yeah, I dig
all of
all
that.
that.
I remember listening to that stuff, and when I played with a keyboard player, and we, believe it or not, it was the keyboard, bass, and drums, but we still did James Taylor songs
Yeah,
because a good song is a good song.
right. Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? It doesn't have to be played on a guitar just because the song was a
right.
guitar.
Oh yeah.
A good song is a good song, Fire and Rain and all of that
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Great stuff.
And I didn't know it, but I was heavily influenced by that bass player around that time, Leland Sklar.
Okay.
And he
Wow.
played on all of Jackson Brown and James Taylor
Wow.
and all of these songs, like hundreds and hundreds of songs out in LA. And
Yep.
I
You
didn't
know.
even know it, but I played a lot of his bass lines when I was
Yeah. See
young.
that? Did you ever like I watched a program not too long ago about the Muscle Shoals record company, with the Dwayne
Mhm.
Allman thing and all that. You ever
Right.
do any studio musician stuff? That's like interesting, you got to play all different kind of stuff for whoever comes in. That's I never thought about that. A lot of musicians out there don't get no credit because they're working for
Behind
some
the scenes.
studio.
Hey, James Jamerson played on How, the bass player, Motown bass player, played on all of those hits. He died, penniless and poor.
Wow. Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
and and he played on hundreds of Motown hits. They would crank
Wow.
out 4 hits a day in the
Yeah,
Motown studio sometimes.
yeah.
James Jamerson used to hide. He used to go down to the bar and hide. The
Wow.
producers would come out of the studio and go try to find him. And he died. He died poor. So
Yeah. You hear a lot of that with musicians. I love Motown, by the way. I love that stuff.
yeah.
I used to go see Jerry Garcia at the Capitol Theater in Passaic all the time, and he'd be laying out with these Motown songs, and it's great.
Oh yeah.
Improvised cover music, I love it.
Yeah. He
Do it your own way.
he did all kinds of stuff. That Jerry Garcia. I know you're a big Grateful Dead fan. I mean,
Oh
when
yeah.
when I think of you, out of anybody that of my friends, I go, yeah, that's a guy I can play some Grateful Dead songs with because I know
Yeah.
he's got to know that. I know you
Yeah.
know so many songs. Even
Yeah.
if I only know 3 or 4, you'll know those 3 or 4.
Probably. It's
That's
a
what's always
style that,
fun.
it's a good fun style. That's all. Happy music.
When
No
was the first?
violence.
When was the first time you saw the Dead?
Oh my gosh, it was the early '80s. I don't know if it was '83 or two at Saratoga Springs up in New York. I jumped in my friend's car with a little cooler with 2 sodas and a pack of hot dogs and about $20 in my pocket. About 20 years old or what? We go back for a couple of days, and I was sold. It was incredible.
And
Yeah.
you just had tickets, obviously. Right.
It's just yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I saw them in 72
wow.
or 74, something
Oh
like
boy.
that.
Wow, you're giving yourself away.
Yeah, man. 72 or I think it was 74.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it was a double bill. Um, the Allman Brothers and the Dead.
Uh, uh, uh,
And
Not a Watkins Glen or
I
something.
went to see the Allman Brothers,
Yeah.
and that was the only time I got to see the original lineup of the Allman Brothers was
Oh
back then. One
man. Yeah.
time that was it.
Wow.
you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's a tragic story there, but they put out some music, man.
They were always a favorite. They were always favorites of mine, you know.
Yeah, as soon as I heard them, I was in love. I got the Fillmore East album. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, you know.
Oh yeah, it's amazing, you know.
Especially, you're a jazz guy. They take it off the beaten path a little bit, and I like that. A little improv. You know.
Oh yeah, that I really appreciate. Dead and Company.
Oh yeah,
You know, because they're continuing the tradition. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? They jam out. You
absolutely.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, I got to see Phil Lesh play a bunch of times this year. Not this year, but over the last couple of years, I've seen him in the Family Band. And have you ever seen any of them? Or
Um, I saw the Dead and Company a couple of times through maybe like three times since Jerry died. Yeah, and they are very good. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of lost my zeal for just going to concerts. I guess I see so many of them. I just they got it in me no more.
yeah, what's the matter, man? You getting old?
Yeah, I got to admit, yeah. But
Come
I
on.
still, I'd rather play my own concerts. Uh,
There you go. And
the
play
la-
your own concert.
the last good show I saw, in fact, the last show that I saw was at ELO at the Garden like 2 years ago, and they were out of sight, out of
Oh
sight.
yeah.
The original, singer Paul, Jeff Lynne and all that. But other than that, everybody's dropping out, man. No more Johnny Winter,
Yeah,
nobody left to
everybody's going
see.
to heaven, guitar heaven,
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna keep playing till the good Lord decides to take me to, whether it be the blues or whatever. I'm gonna play
So
always.
let's talk about some other influences. BB King, Eric
Yeah, yeah.
Clapton, I mean,
Uh, yeah. I like a lot of the blues. Listen to Robert Johnson. Uh, and Muddy Waters and the old blues stuff. It's I love that stuff. Yeah, and I like playing it. But that's pretty much Johnny Winter was. I thought he was just badass. Alvin Lee. Listen to a
mm,
lot of that. But I mean, I love Led Zeppelin, man. You can't beat them with a stick. They're
no, you
phenomenal.
can't beat Jimmy Page, that's for sure.
Oh man, forget
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Uh, and you can't. I was never one to say, this one's better than that one. It's not a competition. You know what I mean?
No,
It's
not
totally
at all.
different styles. I just love it. I love it all. Um, and I can't wait till this bullshit is over with this virus thing, so everybody can get back out there and start having some fun.
Yeah, I know you frequent some jam sessions.
Yeah, yeah. I go.
Is there any special ones that you really like?
There's one in Bound Brook. It's a pretty much acoustic. God, I can't even remember the name of the place. But it's real mellow.
Is it Maggie Murray's?
No, no. Oh gosh, I'd have to get the wife to.
That's all right, but it's in Bound Brook, someplace
and
in Bound.
and and it's when you play, everyone is quiet. And it's awesome. Like you really could get down, and hear yourself. But I also like the blues in South Amboy. Over there at the Blue Moon or whatever that is.
Yeah, at the
That's
Blue
great.
Moon. At the Blue
Yeah.
Moon. The
Uh,
guitar player there is the guy who runs it is super, super sweet, and his name escapes me.
Lou, isn't it Lou? Lou, is it Lou?
Do
Lou,
you remember?
Lou,
It's
Lou.
not Lou Gatewood, is it? No.
Yeah, Lou Gatewood. Yeah, he's
Is
great,
it?
man. Lou
Is that who
Gatewood.
it
Yes,
was?
sir. Uh,
But anyway, whoever the guy was, man, I
yeah.
went there and jammed a couple of times, and
hmm
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Very nice guy. Nice crowd. Yeah, and I like always going Friday nights once a month in Rahway. Jackie and the gang over there to open jam. That's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, Midnight Rock Show.
They're
Right?
great. I go to
Yeah.
Atlantic City to see them when I can, and then have a ride every time. They're phenomenal musicians, man. Love them guys.
Yeah, I want to have Jackie on my show.
Oh, definitely. She's cool. Great bass player, great musician, just a good person, you know.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. I see. I'm smiling when it comes to music, man. It's just I'm probably jam all night tonight now. Drive my old lady nuts.
So that's the guitar you play the most, right?
Yeah.
That one right there. Now,
Yeah, this is a nice one. The one I play the most, no, is actually probably my acoustic guitar.
there you go. Because
You know,
a lot of people say that.
yeah, yeah. I drag it wherever I go. And I always get, hey, that's a nice old Martin. I'm about 3 years old, but it's well played, you know.
Uh,
Drag it in the rain, everything. But I'm getting good at working on the guitars too, you know, because when you take them out in the rain and the snow and stuff, the necks bend, and then you got to tweak them every once in, quite often actually. So I get pretty good at it, you know. A lot of people don't know nothing about harmonics and setting the intonations or nothing. It's easy as hell for me anyway. Probably you two do all that shit.
yeah, it's really not rocket science. And you can go on YouTube now and find anything.
Right,
Find anything.
absolutely.
Like how to wire pickups.
Oh man.
And I mean, it's just endless. And what pots you have to use.
Right, right.
And
Yeah.
I had Bill Cherinsky, Bill, right?
Yeah,
So
he's
I had
great.
him on, and he's a guitar repairman for a long time. So
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
we were talking about that a little bit, but
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
but it's good when you could do your own, right?
Absolutely. I wouldn't let anyone else touch my stuff anymore. you know.
No,
Billy's great, man. I've known him for a long time since the old BB and the Stingers, and he's yeah, definitely talented. In fact, T-Bird got a bass he bought off him probably 30 years ago. He still plays it. Nice Billy Sharensky, custom made.
oh yeah,
Yeah, good stuff.
yeah.
Uh, so how long you been on the air now? How long you been doing the show?
Well, this is episode 7, so
Okay,
you're
cool,
like
man.
you're number 7, lucky 7.
Hey, look at that, man.
Hey, good thing,
If it
good
wasn't for
things.
bad luck, I'd
Yeah,
have no
man.
luck at all. Nah,
Good
that's
things
great,
be
man.
coming your way, man.
Yeah,
Lucky
well,
7.
I figured just do the right thing, and the right thing will do you. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you want to play a little blues? Just play a little
all
blues,
right,
man.
I'll play a little blues.
Just play a little blues. Just, if you want to sing, sing a little bit. We just can't do anything that's really
Got it.
recognizable.
No problem. Well, I grew up next door to Blind Mary Chitlin. That friend of mine lived right next door. I grew up next to Blind Mary Chitlin. When he died, they said he was 104.
Hey.
Stuff up on the spot, That's
All right, man. Yeah. Oh, sounded good, man. I like that groove, man.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
sweet, man.
Nice and
That's like
blues.
that. That's like that New Orleans. That's like
Yeah,
that New Orleans, man. I love that type of feel. I love that blues type of feel. That
yeah,
one. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways that you could play the blues. I mean, you can
absolutely.
play the blues in a punk style.
Yeah,
1-4-5. You could do it
yeah.
anyway. Jazzy. You
hmm
know,
Uh,
rumba, Latin. I
it's
mean,
and it's a good way to for like beginners and whatnot to start learning playing the blues is one of the best ways if you ask me. I mean, you can get some feeling going.
that's where I start a lot of my students with the repertoire is with the blues.
hmm
You
Yeah,
know, So that's what I try to take them, from the blues and then into the rock stuff, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
and then into the jazzier stuff if they're interested in that,
It takes it's an acquired taste, that jazz, because I still can't. I like some of it, but the off the wall stuff, man, I don't get it yet. Maybe someday I will. I mean, I like listening to it, but wow, it seems almost like the jazz, they're hitting every wrong note and making it sound right, like some of that
That's
stuff.
right. Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, but that's a great analogy.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Well,
You
you
know,
know,
requires a
I've
taste.
I've been playing and teaching seems like all my life, and
Right, right.
I'm still a student of of jazz.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
believe
It's
it.
a never ending quest.
Yep, yep. And it's
So
good too, though. You know, with music, I have goals, like, and it keeps me going. You know, having some kind of destination, even when you have a gig lined up, it's just keeps me going. You know, to try to make it the best that you can. And you know, if disaster doesn't strike on that night, you usually have a pretty good jam. So, but
yeah, that's
yeah,
all. It's always great to play. That's why we're gonna be getting back. We're gonna be getting back to
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be ready to go. I just think that we have in this area a great music community. You know, it really is. A lot of bars and a lot of musicians, and you know, everybody's usually very friendly, and I think it's great. You know?
Yeah, and we all have both, I guess I should say, or we all have a lot of great people that come to see us.
Yes, yes,
Like if it wasn't for the people that came to see us,
right.
I
It would
mean,
be
it
happening. Yeah,
it wouldn't even be happening.
right.
So,
Yeah,
a shout out to everybody that, comes
yeah,
out to
comes
see
out
all the
absolutely.
musicians, and the people that are interested in seeing a live band. I mean, there's nothing like seeing a live band. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, I agree with you 100%. You know, and I think it's going to be really good. Like I said, when this is over, 'cause everybody's starving for some good music, good live music. So
Yeah.
I can't wait. But hey, it's good. I'm glad you had me on, man. This is cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, if you do you have any advice for like younger musicians that are just starting to do this stuff? What would is there
well,
anything that you would tell them? Practice.
yeah, I would say,
Learn songs. I mean, get
yeah,
lessons.
I would
What do you
I
think?
would say you have to play at least 10 minutes every day, 10 minutes, not too much to ask. And learn whole songs. Don't just learn bits and pieces of songs. You know, I mean, you have to learn something to learn how to play. But you do 10 minutes a day and concentrate on whole songs. And within 6 months, I guarantee you will be, you know, a lot better than you are, because yeah, 10 minutes a day. I
Yeah.
don't like to teach anymore. I told my kids all play pretty much, and they're pretty good. I don't have the patience anymore unless you really want to learn. I can't. Yeah, I don't want to teach.
Yeah, I did it for a long time, and I sat in that cubicle. You know what I mean?
It takes a
But
special kind of person.
yeah, yeah, that's it, man. All right.
Oh,
Well, listen, man, it was great to see you.
hmm.
You don't have anything lined up as of yet with the smoking catfish,
No,
right?
but
Because of this covert thing. I don't have anything lined up either, bro.
yeah,
I got nothing, man. It's sad.
yep, yep. No, but I've been seeing the guys here, and you know, we've been rehearsing a little bit and trying to change things up. So we will be out there soon, as soon as this stuff is over, you know. And I hope to see everybody else out there, all the great musicians in this area, and the fans. It's great, man. It's just great. You know, we're blessed. All of us musicians are blessed.
I know because we're all pretty tight, like you
Yeah,
said. we're a pretty tight community in our circle anyway.
Right. It's cool. Yep. Yep.
It's always a pleasure to when you show up someplace. You're
Yeah.
always walking. You never go. I don't think you go anywhere without that guitar.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's,
don't think I see you ever show up at a party or ever show up anywhere unless you have
without it, right?
guitar.
I know. I love it that much, and hey, it works for me.
Yeah, and you
Works
have
for
to
me.
love it that much, man, because if you're doing it to make a living
Yeah.
at it or to be a rock star,
Nah.
you're doing it for the wrong reason. You know what I
Uh,
mean? You
uh,
got you do it because you love it, and if you become a big rock star, you do. If you don't, it doesn't
yeah.
matter because you still got the music, man. It'll
Yep.
always take you to another world and take
It
you
does.
out of this reality into
Yep.
another one,
If you
right?
love it, dare to love. That's the way I see it. If I love it that much, somebody else is gonna love listening to it, and they usually do. So,
That's true, my brother. It rubs off, doesn't it?
yes, it does.
When you're having fun up there playing, the audience feels it.
Absolutely. Uh, all right, man. Well, you have a good night. What do you got? Any other plans for tonight?
No, nothing much. I'm just gonna download this video and make an
Cool.
intro and all that kind of stuff and
All
do
right.
my uh do my thing. So it was great having you on the show.
Great. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man, and I'll
I'll
talk to
be
you
in touch.
again
Yeah.
soon. Maybe when you get the smoking catfish, maybe I'll come out and film you,
Oh,
and
that'd be great.
maybe
That'd be
we'll do
great.
like a little backstage thing
Sure.
live. We'll do
That
like a
sounds
live
good.
backstage thing or something like that. When
Nice.
you're playing.
Yes, sir. All right, my man. I'll
All right,
talk to you soon, bro.
all right, man. Peace.
Bye
Take
now.
care. Aha. Thank you for tuning in to Into the Mind of Music. If you'd like to contact Glenn, I will have his links in the description of this video. And you can also check me out at johnthompsonbass.com for all your free bass lessons. Until next time, peace, love, and music for all.